small town lived three best friends, Tara, Jessica, and Maya. They had known each other since childhood, and as they grew older, their bond remained unbreakable. Though they were very different in many ways, they shared an unwavering friendship, even as life's challenges unfolded differently for each of them. Tara was married to Nathan, a wealthy businessman who showered her with gifts and expensive jewelry. On the surface, it seemed like the perfect life. Nathan's business empire was thriving, and Tara had everything she could wish for, except his time and love. Despite all the money Nathan provided, he rarely spent time with her. He was always too busy with his work, attending meetings, and networking, while Tara spent her days in a beautiful but lonely home. To make matters worse, Nathan's infidelity was an open secret. Tara was often forced to endure the hurtful reality that her husband was seeing other women. Despite everything, Tara tried to keep up the facade. She would tell Jessica and Maya about the latest expensive gifts Nathan bought her, but deep down, she yearned for something more, her husband's presence and affection. Yet, every time the three women sat together and shared their lives, Tara would only smile, hiding the tears that often followed Nathan's absence. Jessica was married to Marcus, a hard-working man who didn't have much money, but he had something far more valuable: love. Their small home was filled with laughter, warmth, and mutual respect. Jessica and Marcus had been together for years, and though they didn't have the wealth that Tara or Maya did, they were rich in understanding and kindness. Every day, Marcus would come home tired from work, but he always took time to ask how Jessica's day had been, to help with the chores, and to listen when she needed to talk. Their marriage was not without struggles. Money was tight, and they had their disagreements, but they always worked through them together. Jessica cherished every moment with Marcus, despite their modest lifestyle. She didn't feel the emptiness that Tara did, even though she sometimes wished for a little more financial stability. The love and respect between her and Marcus was irreplaceable. Maya, on the other hand, was married to Raj, a man who had the wealth but lacked the decency to treat her with kindness. Raj was successful in business, but his treatment of Maya was nothing short of cruel. He provided her with the finest things in life, but at the cost of her dignity. He hardly ever gave her any money unless it was for something he wanted her to buy for him. Every small mistake Maya made was met with harsh words and insults. Raj never hesitated to belittle her in front of others, making her feel worthless. Maya tried to ignore the constant emotional abuse, telling herself that the material wealth she had was enough to make her stay. But deep down, she felt trapped in a marriage that drained her spirit. The only solace she found was when she met with Tara and Jessica, where she could pretend for a while that everything was fine. The three friends would meet every weekend, sitting at their favorite cafe, sharing their stories, their dreams, and their frustrations. As much as they loved each other, there was an unspoken sense of envy in the air. Tara would talk about the luxury of her life, showing off her latest designer bag or the extravagant gifts Nathan had bought her. Jessica would smile, happy for Tara but secretly longing for a bit of that luxury, even though she knew it wasn't the money she truly needed. Maya, on the other hand, would listen to both of her friends, masking the sadness in her eyes. Deep down, she envied their happiness, wishing her life could be filled with the love and respect that they had, instead of the harshness and coldness that Raj gave her. One day, during their usual meeting, the conversation took a turn. Tara, as usual, complained about Nathan's absence, while Maya shared her frustration with Raj's cruel behavior. Jessica, who had been silent for a while, suddenly spoke up. "I know it seems like I don't have much," she said, her voice soft but firm, "but I have something neither of you have." She paused, looking at her friends intently. "I have a marriage built on love, respect, and understanding. And that's something no amount of money can buy." Tara and Maya looked at her in silence. There was a long pause before Tara finally spoke. "I think you're right, Jess," she said quietly. "I have everything money can buy, but I have nothing else. Nathan's not here, and when he is, he's a stranger. I feel lonely even in my own home." Maya nodded, her eyes downcast. "Raj treats me like I'm nothing. I thought the money would make up for the pain, but it doesn't. I feel like a slave." Jessica reached across the table and held their hands. It's not about the money, or the gifts, or the fancy dinners. It's about being truly seen, truly heard, and truly loved. You deserve that, both of you. Tears welled up in Maya's eyes as she squeezed Jessica's hand. I don't know if I can leave Raj. I'm scared of what will happen. Tara nodded, her voice cracking. I don't know how much longer I can stand living like this with Nathan. The conversation marked a turning point for the three friends. They began to realize that they had been chasing the wrong things. Tara, feeling the weight of her lonely marriage, started having difficult conversations with Nathan. She confronted him about his absence and infidelity. For the first time in years, Nathan listened to her and promised to change. Though it was not an easy journey, Tara decided to take a step toward a marriage that might be more than just material wealth. Maya, inspired by Jessica's strength and love for Marcus, found the courage to stand up to Raj. She spoke to him about her feelings, telling him she could no longer tolerate being treated so poorly. It wasn't an easy decision, but Maya filed for divorce, realizing that her peace and happiness were worth far more than Raj's money. As for Jessica, she continued to cherish her marriage with Marcus, but she also encouraged Tara and Maya to focus on their happiness. She knew that true wealth was in the love they gave and received. Months passed, and the three women grew stronger, not only in their own marriages but in their friendship. Tara and Nathan worked on rebuilding their relationship, slowly finding a balance between love and wealth. Nathan began spending more time with Tara, and though it was a difficult journey, they found a new understanding. Maya, after her divorce, found peace and strength in herself, learning to love her own worth. She eventually met someone who treated her with the respect and love she deserved. Through it all, Jessica remained the anchor, reminding her friends that love and understanding were the true treasures in life. Together, the three women found their happiness, Tara with a husband who was finally present, Maya with a newfound sense of self-love, and Jessica with a man who adored her. And as they sat together, sharing stories once again, they realized that they didn't need to envy each other anymore. They each had something priceless, the love of a true friend.